It's Theme Park Thursday Live with Dillos Dudes. Featuring Frank. And Jen.
This is Theme Park Thursday Live with Dillos Dudes. She is Jen.
Hello.
And I am Frank. And for the next 30 minutes, we have 3 topics. We have 3 subjects. We have 3 things to talk about here for about 30 minutes. The chat will help guide the conversation along the way. Typically, we take 3 topics or subjects that we did not discuss on the Theme Park Thursday with Dillos Diz podcast and bring them here to the live. Usually they happen in between the recording and now, and yet there's so much to talk about. I was still condensing things at 7:45 tonight.
Yeah.
And of course, we're back from Orlando, where we're thrilled and very happy with our lives.
I'm still not okay. I'm also still exhausted.
Hello to everyone in the chat. Thanks
Hello.
for being here. We'll get right to it because I think we can riff on this stuff for a while. So let's bring up the 3 topics. Topic number 1, which happened earlier today.
Seconds ago.
Stand by the resistance, everyone. Stand by. Stand by. Disney is to pause the rise of the resistance queues. So beginning September 23rd, 2021, the virtual queue is taking a pause. It's taking a hiatus. It's taking a break. We're going on a break. It wasn't a break. We'll have all that conversation.
We were on a break.
Yeah, we're going to have a t-shirt that has virtual queue on one side, stand by on the other. And it's going to say, we were on a break.
Oh, man. Let me add it to the list.
Topic number 2, Club Creations 220. Well, I thought the 3 topics might have been Space 220's menu, and I thought maybe the Club Cool, and I thought maybe the Creation Shop, but given the circumstances of the week, here they are all together at once. Epcot is Epcot's on the move here in the next 2 weeks. So much happening at Epcot that he could have showed us some of that stuff on Saturday when we were there. That would have been fine.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been okay.
Mm-hmm. Nice soft opening.
Like, Josh, tomorrow when you met Jen, maybe you could have showed her around a little bit.
He offered, and I was like now or later, and he had set a time, and I just didn't know if it worked with our schedule, so we passed on it. It's not a big deal.
Topic number 3, Just Keep Swimming. There was a lot of emotions about the Finding Nemo musical over at AK this week. It's an Animal Kingdom topic 2 weeks in a row.
See what we do here? We are not haters.
Not haters. Look at that. Both of us visit the Animal Kingdom 3 times combined in the past 4 months, and boom, you get Animal Kingdom topics right here on Theme Park Thursday Live. So we'll discuss the Nemo musical and all the things that happened and what it means when it returns early next year. I believe it's early 22, right? The reimagined, the reboot, whatever we want to say. AK Lavas. And just to say that this week, all 3 articles are taken from. I mean, we never asked for approval, but we sourced them, and I hope that's enough. Someday I'll actually mention it to them. We've been doing this for 6 months. But right. Crystal and Bryson over at fortheloveofthemouse.com tweet them at forloveofmouse.
That's right. Do you think we need citations, as if we were writing a term paper, perhaps? Do a little asterisk and then say, I don't know how, whatever the AP style guide says how to do it. Do you think is that what we have to be doing?
Bibliography. People still do works cited bibliographies, footnotes.
And how do you do that with the internet? Because back in my day, I was still using books in order to cite paperwork.
Right. I mean, we used microfiche on my citations.
There you go. I mean, one of the 7-year-old's favorite YouTube ads is from Grammarly. And I finally brought up Grammarly one day and I was like, well, this site is fantastic. It just basically is like, nah, that's not the correct sentence that grammatically speaking. So then I could have just done that with full papers and probably done so much better in school. Anyway, I digress.
So drop your order preference if you dare. I see 312 from Dr. Val. I see 132 from Lewis. The post, I don't know. Yeah, he didn't really.
I mean, he probably meant to. He's been busy. So,
I mean, there was a lot to do in Epcot for him that morning. I'm just saying. There's a lot going on in the Epcots.
But he stopped. He stopped for me, so that's all that matters.
Steffers.
Hi, Steffers from Orlando.
With her 8:06 arrival, even though she's in Orlando.
I mean,
was it no sound because she can't hear us?
She is outside waiting for Happily Ever After from the top of the California Grill right now. This is impressive. You know what? She just earned all the points back from being late all those episodes. This is
Did
impressive.
she? Maybe we'll drop her. Well, she has, I think, the access at the resort in the post show, but maybe she wants to share a little for the resort guests in the post show following this live. I mean, I know she wants to have a moment and probably not. Am I pushing it too far because it's their little moment together? Yeah,
I mean, they got engaged.
Am I asking too much?
I think a little bit.
I've already asked her to co-host next week. Is it too much?
I was so impressed by that because I was like, hey, Steffers, you got anything going on next week? And she was like, Frank already talked to me. I was like, what? He did?
He must be in a bad mood that he's reaching out to other people for the human contact.
Anyway, what are we talking about first?
So, I mean, which way we want to go? The 3 and the 1 and the 2, the 1 and the 2.
Davidson's. It would help if you guys pick the same order and not go against each other.
Well, I think the first thing that happened this week, and I guess we could talk about it, is the Nemo musical was in flux earlier this week. So let's go with topic number 3 first. Here, let me bring the banner up so you know that which topic. Well, I mean, just keep swimming, so you can figure it out what we're talking about here.
Now Finding I have Nemo in my head.
Finding Nemo the musical is of course courtesy of fortheloveofthemouse.com. Finding Nemo the musical has been making fans smile at Animal Kingdom since 2007. It will debut at Animal Kingdom in 22. What is that? A reimagined show based on the same beloved characters. Now, I think the thing to talk about is there was about 24 hours where people thought it was over, that the show was dead.
Someone reported that.
That was reported. That was I believe it was prefaced with rumor, and but I know that the rumor took enough traction that performers that I know, that were in the show over the years were posting their own story with the show and their time in rehearsals and what the show meant to them, and so it had a lot of traction. I mean, maybe we try to get all the information. I know it's just a rumor, but why? If it's going to be a rumor, then have the right rumor. That's all I'm saying.
Right. Yeah.
I'm not here to insult anyone or, yell fake news or anything like that. But, I like trying to predict things as much as the next person. But,
right. You're going to write it as an opinion. This may happen. We think this will happen. Right. Anything we ever say is just here. It's just our craziness. That's all it is.
Like last week, I could have said when Adam posted on Twitter, it's like, you know what I heard from the guy over at he said on that the Haunted Mansion Muppets special is going to be in the Muppet Vision Theater, and there you go.
It's fact. This is a good question from Jeffers. Did we save Nemo like the Ohana noodles? And maybe that was it. There was so much hullabaloo. I doubt it, though. No. So we have mentioned before that. Did you see the Lion King show yet? You did, or
I did not see it this past time. No, Mrs. Dillo and the 5-year-old saw it while I was on Flight of Passage.
I see. Okay, so have you ever seen it still, or no?
I saw it in the year 2002.
Oh, okay. So I have never seen it. You have clearly not seen it in a long time. We both saw the Nemo show, though, in 2018 on the Big Dillo extravaganza, and we both liked it a lot. I think it exceeded expectations. Not that we really had expectations, but it was better than I think what we went into it expecting. So I guess it exceeded expectations. But I have been waiting for it to reopen, especially when The Lion King reopened. So then hearing that it might shut down altogether, I'm like, of course, something we really enjoyed in the animal kingdom is going away. And then I was like, well, now it'll be reimagined. I don't know why it has to. There's a story to it. What are you reimagining? Are you just getting new scenery? Dr. Val mentioned if there's any new music, hopefully it'll be written by the Lopez's. I too enjoy that team. But is that the direction they're going in? What does it mean? What does it mean?
Yeah, is it shorter? I mean, I think technically, can you say Festival of the Lion King, this celebration of the Festival of the Lion King in its current format is a reimagining? Right. That's where my questions lie. I mean, I even saw rumors that people were like, oh, it's closing an Animal Kingdom. Maybe they're taking it to Broadway. Right. Let's not get crazy. But yeah, I'll loop this around very quickly. When I saw the Festival of Lion King in the year 2002, I also saw the Pocahontas show they used to have in the Animal Kingdom, and maybe Pocahontas might have been an Finding Nemo musical. I'm doing once in a while. I'm just throwing that out there. Just saying it out loud. So there you go. Let's take it over to maybe look at the comments while I remember what topic number 2 is. Oh yeah, it's this.
That's a good point, Dr. Val. Finding Dory additions maybe to the show. I
mean, together.
I mean,
it's the Road to El Dorado gif. Together. Why not both? Both. Club Creations 220. So on the 15th, Club Cool opened. On the 15th, Creations opened. Was it also on the 15th that they announced the Space 220 menu, or was it was Tuesday? Well, was it Tuesday? Might have been. We referenced it on Tuesday when we recorded the podcast. So the menu was revealed with the pricing, and then the next day, Club Cool opened and Creation shop opened, and pandemonium ensued inside the shop. Give me all the things. Bring out your bags. It's Black Friday at the Creation shop in Future World, everyone.
But not Black Friday prices. Not Black Friday prices.
No, the direct opposite.
Yeah, I was thinking that had it opened for a soft opening while we were there, we probably would have walked in there and been like, hi, maybe next time. It was insane in there. And then you have the people just buying up all the merch so they can resell it for more money and what have you. And I think I have a hard time. I'm all about, I'm going to go on a tangent here for a second. Gary Vee, if anyone's familiar with Gary Vee, his big thing is a great way to make money is to flip things. So you go to a garage sale, you buy up some stuff, you look on eBay, it's probably worth a lot more, and you make some money, and you just keep doing that little by little, and you make a living off of it. Even I don't understand these people that go into Disney World and just buy up all the Loungefly bags. Like, I get it when they go to the outlets or things like that, but if you're going to Disney and how much more are you able to sell these for? Especially that I don't feel for the Epcot merch, especially, it's not going away. Like, they just started putting it out. So I don't think there's going to be an insane market for it. I guess if you didn't know anyone going to Disney and really couldn't get down there, this would be your way in. But I don't know.
I mean, I think we might have a quasi expert in the chat in Nate Hardy. Maybe he can speak to this a little bit. But yeah, I know every time that I thought about it, like, maybe I should just start selling stuff on eBay or Facebook Marketplace or whatever, because, in this closet, it's like the Well of Souls from Raiders of the Lost Ark. You don't know what's going to come out of it and melt your face, quite honestly. So anytime I do it, though, like just even the couple of times I've sold something on eBay, which was 10 years ago at this point, like just the idea of box it and the shipping involved, what is happening? Like, wow, it's too much. It's too much work for me. But at this point, would I take a gig if I made enough money on eBay, selling stuff on eBay? Maybe.
Right. Yeah. I think people who resell stuff are kind of brilliant. I think Disney not doing all they can to stop it is really dumb. I mean, that's a good point. Yeah. I'm not saying, I'm just wondering if they're really making a profit off of it just because of how high the prices are in Disney. I think that's my biggest thing. And for things that aren't, I understood it going to Splash Mountain because it was announced it's going away. So they're just that I kind of get, but with new things, I don't know if you're really making a profit at that point.
Even when I bought the calendars, bought 3 calendars, and they were like 2, and I was like, I'm not selling them. I'm giving one away on Instagram, but it's the again, I'm not here to like necessarily judge the people who are doing it. Make the money how you can make the money, but I would like to hear the success stories. Like that's where I'm always drawn to when we talk about like especially in the arts, you hear about struggles in reopening things and things like that. And when different companies would be like, it's so crazy over here. Look, like everything is just crazy. And I'm like, I don't know what the success stories are for me to look at and go, oh, this is a great model. They did everything the right way. Where are these stories? They don't really exist. So I asked the same thing about where are the merch resellers. I honestly want to know how they do it. I'm curious.
Yes.
So that's definitely part of it. So the other part of this real quick is the Space 220 restaurant. I think most of you know the prefix pricing, all of that. Again, we're going to fortheloveofthemouse.com. All of them have the Big Bang, Starry, Blue Moon, Neptuna language behind it. But, the pricing is akin, I guess, to Be Our Guest. You and I both, turned away our Be Our Guest reservations that we got over the summer because the food was not necessarily kid friendly. So as I go down,
the combo of that and the pricing,
So as I go down the list here, I'm not really. I mean, I'm still going. I'm trying to see. Maybe I missed the kids menu. I'm scrolling a couple more times. There's nothing I really saw that was like, oh, okay, maybe I would go here for the kids. There's not. Right. I mean, I'll do a deeper dive. Maybe I'm just doing this off the top of my doom scrolling here. But that's really the big thing, and that's why we didn't go to Be Our Guest because they didn't have enough child friendly items. This sounds pretty cool, but if I'm gonna go, I need the kid friendly items.
Yeah, I was a little surprised by the menu. Not that things don't sound good on it. I think maybe I have said before that all the Epcot changes, I'm kind of hoping to bring back some of those old school Epcot vibes. And maybe I just had too much of that in my head and like Stargate was in my head. I don't know. I think I expected more of like I know this sounds weird with like a space themed bar and grill, more relaxed menu than like a fancier menu. I guess I wasn't expecting the fancy for Space 220, and I don't really know why I decided that in my head, but I was surprised to see that where I was like, oh, this is not what I expected at all. But yeah, I'm interested to see how it plays out, what people think, and how the food is in comparison to the money and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, if there's nothing too kid friendly on there, I don't know when I'll be checking it out.
Yeah. So Nate mentions here that margins of reselling Disney stuff purchased at retail prices are tiny. And earlier in the thread, he mentioned that selling on eBay is soul-sucking. Packaging and shipping is the worst. And really, I mean, I think if I wasn't put off by that, the first couple of times I sold something on eBay, and I think this is like probably in between when I worked at Christmas time at Macy's and when I started working my current gig, that I probably would have been like, okay, I get it. I feel a flow to it and we'll do it. I know I have another friend who does it too. And, I encourage him to do more of it because I think he's good at it. But at the same time, I feel like it can suck your soul away for sure. Where is Nate's comment so I can take it away? Take it away. All right, and finally at 8:20 here, we have 10 minutes to go in the live stream. It's Stand By the Resistance, everyone. So earlier today, the virtual queue that allows guests with a valid theme park reservation for Disney's Hollywood Studios, is going away on September 23rd. So what do we think? Is it going to ever come back? Is the genie that's in the bottle really Jafar? And we're really going to have to pay out the nose for this in a little while? As we begin to reflect on our times trying to get a boarding group, what are our feelings? Are we sad it's going away? Remember those times? Like me, less than 3 weeks ago at 7 a.m. at JFK, getting a boarding group. Screenshots. Remember? Screenshot, everyone. Never forget screenshot. It will no longer be in use. And if you are wanting to ride that attraction and not pay above and beyond Lightning Lane for this Tier 1 attraction, plan on spending a huge chunk of your day standing in this line. Now, here's what I'll say about the virtual queue, because I thought the virtual queue was fine. It's not like I'm completely pro virtual queue. And maybe the fact that they didn't announce Ratatouille going to a virtual queue was kind of a tip off that this could be happening. But I never found the approach to Rise of the Resistance like walking up, like just walking into the queue. To be special. The two times I wrote it, like there's always the line of people, everyone's checking the phones, it almost felt like a disconnect in some ways to me. And so I felt like because of that, then it almost took me a while to warm up walking through the attraction the 2 times that I wrote it. So I mean, that's where I am with it, where I feel like I'm okay with, not a crazy standby, but okay with standby because I want to take the time in the queue. Last time I walked, I breezed right through it into Ray and BB-8, and no spoilers, everyone, no spoilers. But in the overall, I liked the concept of the virtual queue. I wish they found a better way. I guess I wish I would have seen them try to do a virtual queue every hour.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing. Are they saying this is paused because they want to test this out and see how it goes? Is it paused because maybe they want to focus on the virtual queue maybe during higher peak times? What is it? What's really going on behind the scenes? But if it is my understanding, I'm pretty sure that the number of people that technically could ride Rise of the Resistance in a day is like a fraction of the attendance that could come to the park that day. So that's also hard. You're going to have a 5-hour line, especially in the beginning, for I'm sure a while, and then there's going to be that cutoff because of how long the ride is, of going, well, it's this time of day and that's it for the day, because we know by the time this person rides, that's when the park's closing. So it'll be interesting to see how this plays out. I also feel like they're doing too many things and just change it. Like, I just feel like they just keep throwing things out and go, how about this? How about this? How about this? No? All right, take that back. Take that back. All right, now try this. Now, and I just feel like things are really feel chaotic at this point of them trying so many different things. And I understand, you got to try stuff out and sometimes things work and sometimes they don't. But when you don't really know the reasoning or a long-term plan, it's also like, what is happening right now? Because Rise wasn't right to have standby. Have they fixed all those problems? Right. And I think that goes into play with how many people can actually get on the ride in a day.
I'm pretty sure, Jen, the day you were there, didn't Rise have problems during the day? Yes. And that affected your boarding groups, right? And me and May, the whole day was shot because of it. I think that's definitely a discussion point. And and then maybe they're just trying out to see what it looks like. Maybe they need to see what it really does for the big picture. And maybe part of it is that someone like me doesn't feel the specialness of going onto that attraction because of the cluster that is there as people await for their time. I mean, it's not like I'm not complaining about it, or I think it's dumb or stupid, or that it's not the Disney way or anything like that. It's just, it's something I notice that's different than everything else. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And so it's only standby right now. They're not going to do the lightning lane, or they are.
Oh no, of course. What are you talking about?
No, I figured, but you're saying standby. I didn't know if that was it, but that was my thing too. One, they can make so much money with a lightning lane for Rise of the Resistance. That's immediately what everyone's going to go to. Mm-hmm. However, again, with the lightning lane, you're not guaranteed. So I also feel like, with fast passes, you could get a fast pass. The ride could be down. So sure, you never really had the guarantee, but you could pay for a lightning lane ticket or add it to your ticket and still not be guaranteed that you're going on Rise of the Resistance that day. And not because it might break down, but because maybe they just ran out of time with the number of people. And that's like, you're going to make people mad with that too. And were you making so many people upset along the way of, I woke up at 7, I didn't get in. I tried again at 1, I didn't get in. I couldn't get a park reservation for another day during my trip to even try again. So what am I spending all this money for? And, I don't know. I think but I do feel like it feels like chaos going on in Disney right now.
Right. Lewis says he'll semi-happily pay for this ride. I ask you, how much will you pay for this ride? Per ticket. That's the question.
I mean, they're going to make bank off of Rise of the Resistance alone with the lightning lane.
I mean, how much do you think, Jen?
I don't know. I don't know. I honestly don't.
50? Or will it not go higher than 20?
I feel like in the beginning, they're going to lowball.
Oh my God. Lewis puts in $10 each. I will be shocked. Someone can send me that 6-pack of Beverly that I saw in the chat earlier, and I will drink it on this program, on this live stream, if it is only $10 to ride Rise of the Resistance. A 6-pack of Beverly right here during the show. I don't know how you send that to me, but we have a P.O. box that you can do it at 55 Gerard Street, Huntington, New York, 11743.
6-pack.
I don't know. Like you get like the 6 small water bottles.
Right.
Do one of these and do one of these.
Nate is saying it'll be at least 20. Lewis feels going higher than 15. Genie seems weird, but it's like a specialty attraction, isn't it? I mean, it's the only one that's been doing virtual queue.
Just remember,
aside from Gideon's,
that Jafar was technically a genie too. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, well. So Jeffer says 25 to 35 each for 4 of us. 50 if it's only 2 of us. Nate would hand deliver the Beverly.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't like it.
Never done it. And I get that, Jeffers. And I think I said this when it was all announced, that I compared it to the past trip. Mr. Snidillo has still never been on Rise of the Resistance and wasn't able to get on. So had it been available at that point, maybe we would have gone for it, or at least just for him to go on it.
We only have 2 minutes left, and I'm going to say this without trying to blow up the chat here. Has it ever been discussed that it will be a fixed price for the genie, or is dynamic pricing for the genie in play?
That's what I was wondering too. Like,
not so much for Genie Plus, I guess, not for the regular Genie.
I was going to ask that. Are they doing like a tier system, kind of like they did with fast passes?
Yeah,
over time they did that. I didn't know what they were doing.
I was like, I didn't want to start saying things out loud that may have already been discussed or shot down. So I don't want to start any rumors. Right. I don't want like
We're
a
just
rumor.
Chatting. We're just chatting. We're not reporting.
Reported on Theme Park Thursday Live, dynamic pricing coming to Genie Plus. No, we're not saying that.
Right. If it was a fixed price, we would know the amount by now.
Mm-hmm. And on that note, we will be taking this party over to DillosDizResort.com. DillosDizResort.com is your virtual destination for exclusive Dillos Diz content, such as the Theme Park Thursday Live post-show. Each month we do a live recording of our podcast in front of the balcony guests, things of that nature. Of course, the $1 tier gets you access to the $1 Discord, the one channel Discord, $1, one channel Discord, DillosDizResort.com. And as always, as I mentioned, you can send us, I don't know if you can get a 6-pack. Whatever. You can try to send us Beverly. We'll welcome it. Dillos Diz, 55 Gerard Street. I forgot the P.O. Box, number 987, Huntington, New York, 11743. That was a very fast half hour. We had a lot to talk about. It's a lot. Thanks so much to everyone in the chat. Thanks for you watching after the fact, maybe on Friday, maybe on Monday. Who knows? If you're watching, hit the like button. Tell your friends. Tell everyone you know that you are watching Theme Park Thursday Live. And until we see you at the resort, probably, she's Jen. I'm Frank. Bye-bye.
Deuces.